Good morning, it's Natasha and welcome to another day. It's absolutely beautiful today. No wonder I planned our dinner up on the mountain. So I have this whole chunk of time between this morning until late afternoon until we have to go for that hike to go up the hill. And of course I'm going to take you with me, but until then I have a good amount of time uninterrupted. My husband doesn't have a speech to do tonight, so he won't be coming to me to get feedback. So today I am going to have this list of things to do, and I'm just going to plow through it, and I'll report to you throughout the day to see how much I get done. But I'm feeling really optimistic about it. I'm feeling really good. And one of the reasons why is that I realized a lot of the stress, a lot of the judgment that comes when I don't get something done, or when the to-do list becomes something much more like almost more emotional than just tasks, is when I start judging myself, is when I start comparing myself to other people's productivity level, or when I compare myself to other people's successes. But it makes no sense because I started working the day I did, and I'm doing it at my own pace and with what I want to give to the world. And that isn't something that I share with anyone else, because it's all so different. And even starting this vlog, I did a little bit of research beforehand, and I looked at how different people do their vlogs, and it's incredible the different types of personalities out there and the value that they bring. And to be honest, there are certain YouTubers that I don't even like. I don't like their style, I don't like what they say. I'm barely entertained, or I barely get anything out of it, yet they have a really big following, an extremely loyal following. So it made me really rethink how I'm approaching my work and how am I approaching my very own lifestyle. Because the moments where I do set a goal and then I try to achieve that, then all I have on is just that goal versus the beautiful energy within me that actually wants to express itself through a creative channel, or for me to share my experiences, or to share pretty much the value that I do bring to my clients, but then to a greater audience. So I feel much more confident today that I just gotta stay in my own lane. I know what I need to do, and that's more than enough. As in, I'm not going to even think about anything else other than my list, what I have to do, and how I can get it done within the time and space that I have. Because anything else is just energy or just effort that brings me nowhere. It doesn't help anyone, and I could really care less. Like, it doesn't matter at all what other people are doing. I just gotta focus on what I am doing. And then the image that keeps coming to mind is when Michael Phelps was swimming. I forgot which Olympics it was, but he was swimming, and they have those really amazing still shots of the races, and you can see the guy next to him looking over at him to see if Philip was ahead of him. And I don't want to be that guy or girl. I just want to focus on what I do best. And with that attitude, or with that new perspective, it doesn't matter if it takes much longer. Like, it doesn't matter if it's going to take 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. I just gotta put my head down. I gotta do the work. I gotta focus, and I gotta come from a place that's genuine, and come from a place that has no pretense and isn't trying to convey some kind of facade, because that won't last, and I can't do that forever. So I won't, and I don't. So that's the realization since this morning. It feels really good because I don't need to stress out. I just need to do what I can. And let's see, with this new understanding, I'm actually feeling really good about this, because as opposed to focusing on the reaction or the output or the tactics, and I think that's really when I fail, and that's what I try to show my clients all the time, is that when we're always focusing on the behavior, we're neglecting one key thing, and that's actually where does our behavior, where does our reactions come from. And I think yesterday was a lot of managing what I was doing, trying to do something, right? Trying to manage my behavior, and it usually fails for me. And so today is as if I have this new understanding, and it feels so much better to then go about following a feeling. And I think that carries me a long way. And yeah, so I'm gonna go get some work done. I have, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 hours of time where I can get lots done. Also do some errands, but I think this will be it. I hope that this goes to show also to you that just because yesterday was a day of, let's say, failure, or I wasn't able to get much done at all, doesn't mean that today I can't wake up with a totally new perspective and then go from there. So this is the new chance I was talking about yesterday, and I can't wait to show you a bit more of what I can actually do with this deep kind of understanding and by following this feeling. So yes, let's do it. Hey guys, it seems like every time I'm outside my nose seems to be running. So I just took the tram, as you saw, from home. Now I'm on the Uetlibag. I'm not at the top yet, but let me just show you around a little bit. And I'm going to walk all the way up to the top of the mountain. It is pretty much the tallest mountain, as you would call it, or the hill in Zurich. I'm going to go get some fondue for dinner. It's going to be a very Swiss experience. In terms of my work today, it's been really productive. Really happy about that. Of course, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to off my list, but I'm still really content though. But anyways, let's go take a walk. So I was looking for tissues, or my husband was trying to look for tissues in his bag for me, and what we found was this. And this is my old business card from how many years ago? At least 4, I think. And that was when I had a different business idea. I had a business idea that was called Happy Banana, because I saw that there were a lot of coaches and therapists and healers and light workers within the industry, but everyone was doing their therapy on their own, and very much isolated. So even though they were making progress and they were getting lots done, they were still isolated within their own life, meaning their spouse is the same, their family is the same, their colleagues are the same. They're the only one making the change in their life, but they might go to see their therapist or their whoever coach once a week, and that's like their big boost of change. They come back, but the whole environment is the same. But of course, if they're going to see someone really good, of course the world changes kind of from the inside out. But my idea for the Happy Banana, which didn't work out, was to bring a lot of coaches together, a lot of therapists together, and then also the people who are seeing such light workers and healers have a community themselves. So I had the yoga aspect. I wanted to teach some classes myself, and then I wanted to create this space or a hub where people can come together and do that. It didn't work out because the business idea, as nice as it sounds, and as I guess good as it would actually serve the people, it's not something that people urgently need. So that's something I learned about business, and you just have to test so many things, and that goes along with what I'm experiencing yesterday and today. All this productivity stuff, the most important thing is that I actually do take action, I get things moving, and then the beautiful thing about getting things done today is that I feel the momentum. I feel the productivity, I feel the momentum, and it makes me want to keep going. So that's really exciting. So I can't wait to keep going tomorrow. Clearly I haven't finished everything on my list, but I'm on my way, and I think that's all that really matters. I also want to show you something. This road in which I'm going on right now, it's actually the sleigh path, because the Zurich city, they maintain this trail. It's for sleighing when there's enough snow, but Zurich got such a warm winter this year that clearly there is no snow. So my husband and I were actually thinking, oh my goodness, are there going to be people sleighing down the hill? Do we need to be dodging them on our way up? But clearly not, because there's just a lot of mountain bikers, and we're totally okay. So anyways, that's the progress of me working away on my list, keeping organized, and not procrastinating. I gotta admit to you, I did watch one episode of the Hot Wings with Charlize Theron, and it's hilarious, and I can't believe that girl can seriously down some hot wings. But anyways, off to my fondue. Gonna enjoy this walk and see you when there's some cheese. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds so blissful and peaceful up here, of the water, the birds. It feels good to be out in nature. It's just you gotta get out more. We're halfway to the top and it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna let you pan around and check it out. We're almost at the top, and check this out. What a gift. You know, sometimes I listen to music as I'm working in the middle of the night, and it just takes me to a really emotional place and almost makes me want to really make a difference on the world. And this sunset gives me that same feeling, because sometimes life gets really emotional, and I think it's for a good reason. It's for my motivation to do something really touching. So, wish you all a really beautiful day, and we've walked to the top. This is a train station. We have arrived. I'm kind of excited to show you the view. It's actually a really sweet restaurant, very Swiss. Now, as we come up here, look at this, all the mountains. Totally epic. We're a bit late because we walked a bit slow. Look at that, so cute. And we're here, and that is Switzerland for you. The fondue has arrived. So here's the bread, and this is how you eat it, with some potatoes. Actually, that comes usually with raclette, so I don't know why that's there. And there's the beautiful pickles. So you scrape the bottom to make sure that you don't get too much of the cheese stuck to the bottom, but you're gonna just eat it with lots of carbs. Lots and lots of carbs until you enter a cheese coma. So that's the deal. Doesn't that look delicious? Saturated fats. So this is the war zone. Not bad, right? I think we might order a tiny bit more. Crazy. Fondue night is over. This is the night view of Zurich. There's the lake where it's all dark there. That's the lake right there. Wow, it zooms in nicely. And we're about to head home, walking all the way down a hill again. Good night, everybody. Till tomorrow.
It's
absolutely insane to expect that your life is going to shift completely if you do the same things in the same freaking way.